CO2. So after you fuel up, the PCM sees the fuel level change, right? So then he looks at the oxygen sensor to see if it runs a little leaner than it's been running. And that's how he determines who's got E85. But that don't mean you still can't get it. How would I test the fuel? How would you do that? If I pull a sample of fuel, he brought up the question of ethanol content. And it's a great question because it will cause a vehicle to run lean, but yet the customer says, well, I didn't put E85 in it. Well, guess what? We found pumps that have more than 40% alcohol in them when they're only supposed to have less than 10. So how do I check that? You take a sample, right? Okay, but before you take a sample, you take a test tube, I don't care how big it is. Okay, and you put 10 equal marks on it with a black Sharpie. Then I want you to fill with water to the very first mark. Take a fuel sample, put it on top of it, and shake it. Ethanol is hygroscopic, which means it will absorb into the water and raise the water level. Each mark I made is an increment of 10%, isn't it? I made 10 marks, right? Equally. So I can't rise more than one mark. If I rise 5 or 6 marks, if I take a fuel sample and mix it, you got way too much ethanol in the fuel, and that's going to cause O2 to go lean, and your fuel trim's going to kick in. But a VE test will prove the mass airflows were reading right, and I had lean. So that's another possible cause for the fuel side of an issue.